truth is, not many people would know exactly how they would react in a situation like that. But yeah. But I'll bet the tendency would be to pull your leg away from a sharp-ass axe dropping down on your ankle. You'd be like, no, why am I doing this? Oh, yeah, that'd be super hard.
This is why you always carry a flask.
Always.
Full flask.
Full flask. So, after this horrifying story, Adie's lip kind of spreads into a grin. She holds both of their hands in a firm grip, and she says, look, I'm not telling you this so you can feel bad for me, okay? Essentially, I'm telling you this to fucking scare you, so that you don't become the prey like I did.
Confidence can be dangerous and fear can keep you safe. Richard's like, I think we'll be very safe, you know? I think we're good. Adie kept smiling, and he's like, good, I'm glad. One more thing. There's a spot about halfway when the walls almost touch. It's called the Narrows. When you get to a rock as big as this house, with a split in it, pass through the rock, not around it. Even if you want to go around it. Death is around it. Then beyond it, you must pass between the walls of the boundary. Do you remember a couple episodes ago when we talked about Finding Nemo? This is like exactly that scene. I feel like Finding Nemo may have stolen this. Because it's like, go through the trench. Not around the trench, not above the trench. Go through the trench.
I think that this would scare me more than jellyfish.
I mean, yeah. This is death jellyfish, kind of.
I also feel like when she's like, look, there's a rock. It's cut in half. That the rock was probably cut in half for good reason. Maybe to facilitate a pass going through this area.
Huh.
And that it's cut that way because it looks like you shouldn't go that way. To prevent just anybody from going through that way.
Either that or somebody who came through there was blocked by the rock and they were like, fuck you, rock, and just split it. And this is the most dangerous part of the pass. Anyone that you know that is dead is going to be calling to you from either side. And we already know what happened the last time that they did that.
Yeah, pretty fucking scary moment.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
They want you to come to them. They want you to come die for some fucking reason. And Kahlan asks if Adie thinks it really is them. And she's like, I don't fucking know, but I don't believe it is.
Right. And Richard, he's even like, yeah, no, I don't think it is. But he says it like it's more to reassure himself than anybody else. I kind of get his thinking here. If it's not really your family, then they're just creatures of the underworld trying to lure you to your death. If it is your family, then they might just want you to join them in the underworld because they're in the underworld, and newsflash, it fucking sucks there. And they just want you to join them at a cost of your own life, and they don't care because they want you there with them. So either it is them or it's not. Either way, I'd still swing a sword at it to get it off of me. You know what I mean?
I think if it's not, it's easier too, because you can be angry because fuck you for impersonating my dad.
Right. Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Some righteous anger.
Yeah, you can get behind that. Yeah, and Adie says, that's good. Keep thinking that. You're going to be tempted, and if you go, you're going to be lost. And in the Narrows, it's even more important to stay on the path. One step or two to either side will be too far, and you're never going to be able to step back.
Deep.
Yeah, we might need something to, like, lift the mood now.
Absolutely, and I think we will stay on this path as we continue our 12 beers of Christmas. Yes. Well, this week we are drinking Utter Enjoyment from Rochester Mills Beer Company. I fucking love that name. It's Utter Enjoyment.
Yeah.
And it's utter because, you know, milk.
Utters.
Yeah, like they were really clever. And this is a milkshake stout, an ale brewed with milk sugars, cocoa nibs, and mint. Basically, mint chocolate chip ice cream.
And this one has been staring at me in the fridge since we got the first one of the 12 beers of milkshake stout out. It's got a really cool mint green can. It looks like the mint ice cream. And I'm not really actually a mint fan, but...
No, neither am I. Jade and I do not get the mint chocolate chip. I mean, on occasion, I think it's fine, but I'm not a huge fan. But oddly enough, Jade and I both have pretty high expectations for this next one. And we're both looking forward to the chocolate and the mint because we both feel like Rochester Mills, if they're going to give you a flavor, they're going to fucking nail the flavor.
You know why else I'm also kind of excited? I just remembered. We tried that one beer that was a Girl Scout cookie.
Yeah.
The Thin Mint.
Right Brain?
Oh, yeah, I think it was. The Naughty Girl Scout.
Naughty Girl Scout, yeah.
And it was really good. That, like, cool, minty, whatever. I liked it.
Well, as is the tradition so far with these 12 beers of Christmas, we have not tasted this one yet, so we are going to give it a go right now.
Ooh.
Definitely get the chocolate.
I like that.
I like it a lot, too. You know, it doesn't have that overpowering mint flavor, but it's just a little bit on the end.
I feel like on a hot day, that would be damn good.
Well, it is a milkshake stout. It's like a milkshake.
Yeah. It'd be like drinking ice cream.
I know. Rochester, you guys have a big fan in me. This is another 5 out of 5 so far. Have not had one of these that we haven't liked.
Yeah.
Typically the beers we try when we do these beer breaks are ones we think we're going to like. That's why we've probably leaned heavier towards, hey, I like this one and I like this one. But I'm really kind of surprised with these Rochester Mills. We've had the other flavors before, the originals, or at least the one original that I know of, but they're just knocking it out of the park. I don't know if they do these every year, but if they do, this will be a tradition in our house for sure to get this pack because definitely worth it. Again, I'd say if you guys find these by you, pick one up for sure.
Absolutely. We posted one of them on our Instagram and Rochester Mills liked it. And so I went to their Instagram and they've started posting them now that it's the 1st of December. So you can follow them and follow us and drink and be merry.
Drink and be merry.
I'm going to go grab another one and we'll be back after that.
And we're back. So Richard's kind of soaking in everything that Adie has just told him. And he tells her that Zed told him that the boundary was failing and that Chase said that you didn't used to be able to see through it. And now shit's coming out of it. So the last time Adie passed through, that wasn't the case. Things are different now. Is it still going to be safe? And she's like, no. I never said it was going to be safe. And if we want to get right down to it, actually, yeah, you did, like a couple of pages ago. But, you know, whatever. You said it was safe enough.
It's never safe.
No.
Tons of people have tried and never came out the other side. Which, again, I thought only a couple of people knew about this. Like, how widespread is this knowledge that there's a pass in the boundary?
I kind of feel like just the existence of the pass means that somebody was charged with keeping the secret of the pass, and they were shitty at their job.
It kind of makes sense that Chase would have an idea about a pass being there. He's a boundary warden.
He literally hangs out near the boundary all day. That's his job.
Right. And I don't know if he even knew for sure that it was a pass. He knew that Adie would get them where they had to go. But, I don't know. If it was common knowledge, I feel like more people would just go through to the Midlands, or Kahlan wouldn't have had to kill like 7 wizards.
Holy shit, you're absolutely right. Kahlan obviously didn't know about the pass.
If I were her, I'd be pissed right now.
Shar helped her get through the boundary.
Right.
A bunch of wizards died. Shar had to die to get her through the boundary, and there was a pass the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
That just now occurred to me. That's not on the notes. Holy shit. Yeah, no, there was a way through this whole time. A whole bunch of people sacrificed themselves because they didn't know about it.
Right. And all they needed was some bones.
So somebody on the fucking Westland side dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Hard.
No, somebody on the Midland side.
nobody on the Midlands knew about it. Otherwise, you would think that the wizards would just use the pass.
That's all I'm saying is somebody over there dropped the ball, because obviously people have gone through the pass before. Why would only people on the Westland side know about it?
Yeah, you got me there. You got me there, JD.
As long as the boundary is going to be there, so is the pass. So, as long as you stay on the trail and keep in mind your purpose, help each other if you need to, you're going to get across it, okay?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Fuck yeah. So he looks at Kahlan and he wonders if they're going to be able to resist going into the green light. He remembered what it felt like to long for it. He remembered how frightened Kahlan was, with good reason.
Right. Not something he wants to do again, either.
Right, and not something she should want to do.
No.
And Richard realizes at this point that the Narrows are going to be at the center of the pass, and that it's going to be nighttime when they get through there. Richard realizes that the Narrows are going to be in the center of the pass, and it's going to be night when they go through there. He asks Adie how they're going to be able to know that they're on the trail when they're going through there.
Yeah, they can't see shit.
Right. It's hard enough to see in the woods, probably, when it's just moonlight out there. He's a woods guy. I'm sure he's used to that a little bit, but like pitch black in the middle of the underworld walls.
Yeah, I mean, look, on a full moon, you can see. But this sounds like it's, well, like she had said, it's kind of in between two rock walls.
Right.
And then there's the one rock in the middle that you have to walk through, which doesn't sound very pleasant at all. But all of this is at nighttime, so those walls are going to block out the moonlight.
Right.
There's no way to see.
No, you're not going to be able to see shit. And this is when Adie leads him over to the cabinet, and she dumps something into her palm as she tells him to hold his hand out. And as he does, she puts her hand over it, and he feels a smooth weight fall into it. Adie says something in her native tongue, and as she passes this smooth weight over to Richard, she says something to him, and she follows it by telling him what she's telling him. Basically that she's handing it to him of her own free will.
I thought it was weird how she said it in a different language. She was like, basically what I just said there was that I'm giving it to you of my own free will. She had to tell him that she was giving it to him, but why say it in the you know, the foreign language when all of you obviously speak, I don't know, again, we don't know if this is English or if this is basic, like they would say in Star Wars, what this language is, but people speak it.
Yeah, there's a word for it, and I wish my mind wasn't blanking on it right now, but it's like standard.
Standard, that could be it too. If you guys know what this language is called that we're all speaking, at least in the terms of the Sword of Truth series, let us know, because we kind of dropped the ball on this one. We're not sure what it is.
He looks down, and it's a rock the size of a grouse egg. And by the way, I looked up a grouse egg comparison chart so you can see how big this thing is.
Which one's the grouse?
This guy here.
Oh, so like a regular ass egg.
A duck is here.
Uh-huh.
That's a pheasant.
Are the eggs on the bottom right the ones where's a chicken egg?
I actually don't see a chicken egg up there.
What a terrible fucking chart to be like, this is the size of this egg. We're gonna compare all different sizes of eggs. Not the one you're used to seeing, though, so you have no basis to tell what the size of these eggs might be. As far as I'm looking at the bottom right, those look like chicken eggs.
I think those are close to the size of the duck and the turkey eggs on this little chart here, too, and I believe that that's pretty close. I think the duck eggs are not that much different from chicken eggs. Okay,
well, they look similar, but they're larger.
So I feel like the grouse egg is for sure larger than a chicken egg.
Oh yeah, bigger. Bigger for sure.
So
maybe that's just another name for chicken. Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. Here, I can pull up a grouse. What the fuck's a grouse? No, because this chart is 11 eggs eating instead of hen's eggs, so it's not a chicken.
Oh, okay. Wikipedia. Oh, okay, here it is. Ooh, it kind of looks like a chicken, I guess.
Chicken that is not a chicken.
It's a group of birds. This is all in scientific speak. So Grouse are heavily built like other galliforms,